The new chatbot that is the talk of Silicon Valley is Chat GPT, an AI chatbot released to the public on November 30 last year, and its eye-opening capabilities may have ushered us into a golden age of AI. Chat GPT is a shockingly good AI chatbot that reached 1 million users within 5 days of its release. College professors now fear the rise of AI-generated college essays, while software developers fear the rise of Chat GPT's AI-generated coding capabilities. On the other hand, big names like Elon Musk and Satya Nadella have also made some interesting predictions about ChatGPT, so make sure to watch the video till the end. But first, we'll discuss about the biggest stock that will benefit from ChatGPT. Before I start, like the video and subscribe to my channel for amazing upcoming content. So who is the star of this video? Nvidia Corp. The explanation is simple. Nvidia towers the market for graphics chips designed for complex computing tasks needed to power AI applications. The more people use ChatGPT, the more computing power its owner Openai will require to generate responses to the millions of user queries. Artificial intelligence requires massive parallel processing capabilities of graphics processing units to run, and the outright leader in GPUs is Nvidia. But what's interesting is that ChatGPT doesn't even currently run on Nvidia's latest chip, the H100, which was just released late last year. Rather, it's running on the older A100 chips, released 2 years ago. The H100 is projected to perform AI training functions at 9 times the speed of the A100 and inference at 30 times the speed. Also, the H100 promises 3.5 times better energy efficiency and 3 times lower total cost of ownership. While Nvidia's gaming chip revenue dropped most recently because of the video game pandemic hangover and cryptocurrency bear market, its data center revenue was up an impressive 31%. With the release of Hopper H100 chips and the AI wars kicking in, Nvidia will benefit in 2023. That's especially true after its stock traded down to a more reasonable valuation following its 50% decline in 2022. And since the ChatGPT artificial intelligence made it to the news, Nvidia Corp has emerged as Wall Street's top pick from the list of traders seeking to profit from its potential. Nvidia's stock has rallied 29% since the start of the year, placing it among the best performers in the S&P 500 index. According to an estimate by analysts, the rapid growth in ChatGPT usage could result in sales for Nvidia of $3 billion to $11 billion over 12 months. While Bank of America Corp said Nvidia is at the fore of the companies that stand to benefit from growth in generative AI. Wells Fargo & Co. said upcoming chips from Nvidia are well-positioned to benefit from greater computing needs required by AI models like ChatGPT. Nvidia investors and those who put money into other semiconductor makers in late 2021 know that the promise of continued growth can be an illusion, but can also be fruitful. After sales surged more than 50% in each of Nvidia's past 2 years, the gain is projected to be flat in fiscal 2023 at about $27 billion. Nvidia shares lost almost half their value since peaking in November 2021, but despite the sell-off, the stock remains one of the most expensive in the Nasdaq 100, with a price that's about 41 times profit projected over the next 12 months, which is well above its average over the past decade. Based on the average price target, analysts see the stock gaining about 13% over the next 12 months. Microsoft already invested $1 billion in Openai in 2019, and the cloud giant is now in talks to invest another $10 billion into the company. If Microsoft is thinking of investing again, it obviously sees big promise in this new, advanced AI engine. Last week, Microsoft released an Openai service on its Azure platform, and is looking to infuse its current software products, from Office to Bing, with ChatGPT's capabilities. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella claimed at the World Economic Forum last week that AI would go mainstream in months, not years. Microsoft announced that it was making an investment, and the funding is needed by Openai to ramp up computing power, and will likely only bolster demand for Nvidia chips. Shares of Nvidia jumped as much as 6.5%. Tech billionaire Elon Musk made a big comment on ChatGPT as he hailed the advent of AI as a new world. He emphasized saying goodbye to homework because of the ChatGPT. He also tweeted that ChatGPT is scary good, and we are not far from dangerously strong AI. Remember that Openai was co-founded by Elon Musk. While on the other hand, stories about Apple's co-founder, Steve Jobs' old interview with Playboy magazine, has surfaced on the internet, where he talked about making computers and mistakes, and discussed how computers will affect the quality of thinking as more and more have these tools available to them. Humans are tool users. Jobs' statement fits ChatGPT. These comments from the big names of the tech industry do ring some good bells in favor of ChatGPT stock. Openai envisions its business to surge, and its recent pitch to investors said the organization expects $200 million in revenue next year and $1 billion by 2024. Openai was recently valued at $20 billion in a secondary share sale, and the startup has already inspired rivals and companies building applications atop its generative AI software. In a taste of what's to come, startups including Nvidia and Jasper have drawn Fortune 500 companies to use their video generation or AI copywriting tools. With ChatGPT answering queries for more than 1 million users so far, Openai has also attracted attention as an AI provider and potential Google search competitor. Microsoft is a beneficiary, providing OpenAI capital and computing power for its software. Some investors voiced doubts, and certain large venture capital firms passed on backing OpenAI this year, questioning if it could justify a higher valuation or compete with rivals like Alphabet and corporation-owned Google. ChatGPT is based on a large language model, trained with text data, so it can answer prompts like humans. Similarly, powerful technology that Google built and is testing with users, which led one of its engineers this year to say the software was sentient. ChatGPT's responses can sometimes be inaccurate, though it's built to decline hateful prompts. And OpenAI warns users that ChatGPT may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content. The potential to generate flawed answers is one reason why a big player like Google has guarded public access, concerned that chatbots could harm users and damage its stature. This caution has created a void that startups have sought to fill. A company called Cohere is working on commercial products after a $125 million fundraise led by Tiger Global in February. Another, Adept, announced a $65 million raise in April, and Stability AI lauded $101 million in funding after its August release. Among these has been Jasper, which says it has drawn 80,000 marketers to draft ads, emails, blogs, or other content with its software. Jasper is expected to double its revenue to about $80 million this year. But if Nvidia is to step into ChatGPT, it is most likely possible to be a good year for both Nvidia and ChatGPT. So that's all for today, guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on the fantastic financial content. Until next time.